got an absolute banger of a video, as the kids are saying these days. This strategy is gonna blow your mind. I came up with this idea about a month and a half ago. I've been using it, I've been loving it, contemplated not even ever sharing it, but what else am I gonna make videos about on this channel? If I could count the amount of times that I've thought I've discovered something that was so amazing that I would never ever share, it's a lot. But then you realize there's a billion ways to still screw it up, so it's all good. It's not gonna break the markets, but this is a genuine Dave creation. I haven't seen it anywhere else. And I do strongly believe that pretty much everything that you ever need to learn can come from your own personal experience, looking at the charts day after day, coming up with your own ideas. And this is one of the ideas that I came up with. I originally coded this in Markers Plus, but I was having some issues with it recognizing all the parameters in real time. It would show the past historical signals, but sometimes it wouldn't always catch the signals in real time. Markers Plus doesn't have any issues with the built-in variables like volume, candle body, the close, the open, things like that. But sometimes when you're using the markers copy and you have a bunch of different things going on, I think it doesn't know which one to fire off first and gets a little confused sometimes. But for what I was doing, I realized I had a NINZA indicator that I could use in the exact same way, and I don't have any issues with this NINZA indicator working. So that's what's up on the charts. I got a basic 20 SMA, and I got my VWAP here. And under the data series, this is an NQ 1 minute chart. So for the color for the bars, I've got white for down and white for up. Got a silver lining. And then my NINZA indicator is what is printing the bar color. And what I'm doing with this strategy is trying to catch an initial breakout and also some potential reversals. And I'm also trying to stay out of choppy zones like this and this. And the way I'm trading it is, I always like the first move, maybe the first two moves of a trend move. And then after that, case by case basis, but definitely interested in the first move unless I'm button up against VWAP or button up against the 20 SMA or something. But right here, this is actually pre-market 1 minute before the open, so I'm not taking this trade. But still have a red candle, 931. So I'm looking for a break lower to enter into a short. And not just by a tick, maybe by 3 or 4. So 3 or 4 ticks below the close here. It's like 85. Price came down about 16 points in 2 minutes. And when I'm scalping, I'm looking for anywhere between 5 and 10 points usually. And for the stop, I'm putting my stop above the entry candle if I'm going short, or if I'm going long, putting it below the entry candle. Now here's when I'm interested in a potential reversal trade. If we've been red for a while and the candle turns back to white and we close above the high of this previous red candle, I am potentially looking to go long. So that was a nice little reversal there. Here we get our first green candle, but we are butting up right against VWAP. Not interested in that. Here the color fades away, we go back to white candles, but this candle is not breaking below either of these two previous green candles. So that's not triggering any kind of reversal trade. Here the candles turn green again, still below VWAP, but once we close above VWAP, we close above these previous highs here, that would trigger a long. And we popped up 17 points or so there in a minute. And here the candles go back to being white, and we have a nice break below this previous green candle. We got a little bit of room to short it back down to the 20. I'm never just trading one strategy or one system. If you've watched any of my other videos, I got a bunch of other things going on. Pivot points, yesterday's high and low, yesterday's point of control. I've got volume profile, I've got delta, I've got a lot of other things I'm looking for. But yes, a potential reversal short back down to the 20, which that was about 12 points there. Now our candles stay white until this candle, green candle. Now we're looking for a break above this candle by like 3, 4, 5 ticks. You can make up your own rules. I'm sure you can make something that works even better. This next candle doesn't really move above the previous highs by more than a tick or two. This candle breaks above, we're above VWAP, breaks above this high. Could get on that break long there, and we pop up over 30 points in a few minutes. Candle turns white again here, little dinky candle, not doing anything with that. We get another green candle, so I'm looking for a break above this by 4 or 5 ticks. Could have got in there at 83, popped up the whole number like 17 points. This is right before news, so might not have been super interested in that trade anyway. Had 10 o'clock news today. Here we get another green candle, no close above. Here we get a red candle, no close lower, no entry. Here we get a reversal candle, but we're not breaking above this yet. Here we get a break above, we get a green candle. If you waited for this green candle and subsequent confirmation, you get in around 16. Price came up over 20 points there. Here we get a red candle. We're too close to the 20 SMA. I'm not taking a trade right into the 20 SMA. Whenever we're at the 20 SMA, I want it to close below like something like this candle, but we never got any follow through after that candle. Here we don't close below, we close right on it. Here we get a little close below. It's a little dinky candle. I don't necessarily like getting in on the super dinky candles. Either way, if you're waiting for a confirmation candle, it doesn't close 3 or 4 ticks below that candle. Here we get a nice break below the 20, red candle. We get price to move down 4 ticks below this entry candle. It's breaking through these previous lows as well. Let's just say you got in at 06. Price moved down over 20 points in a couple minutes there. Here we are at 10:31. I'm done for the day. I only trade from 9:30 to 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you did trade later in the day, there's some potential. Long, long, short. This long did not trigger. We didn't get a close above. You can see when the candles turn back, you know, we get potential reversals down, get a red signal, but price does not close below. Candles turn white again, we reverse back up. Get a green candle, price does not close above this green candle, no entry, float back down. Red candles, no close below. White candles, go back up. Here we get a green candle, get a close above, nice long. So I'm sure you could find some other uses for it during other times of the day, and also on different time frames, different chart types. You know, this will work on a tick chart. Here's a 2000 tick chart. Here's a 20 range chart. It's a 5-minute chart. So anyways, you want to know how this thing works, how to set it up. Well, let me show you. So you could just use the built-in Bollinger Band. You won't be able to get it to print these pretty candles. I can also make this print arrows. It's because I'm using the superior Bollinger Band indicator from NINZA. I've got a lot of their classic old school indicators that are just phenomenally souped up versions of what's included for free in NinjaTrader. So if you know you like the Bollinger Band, I'm sure you'll like the superior Bollinger Band. I can add smoothing to this Bollinger Band. I can add a color changing center line that changes color depending on if the middle of the Bollinger Band is rising or falling. I've got that turned off. The only thing I've got enabled right now is the bar and the bar outline. It'll paint a semi-transparent cloud inside the Bollinger Band. It's got pop-up alerts, sound alerts, email alerts. I can have this marker print. I can have the marker say whatever I want as well. I can change the color of the markers. So I've got this enabled now. Let's see what happens. So now I've got these marker arrows when the trend first changes. So if I wanted to do some auto trading with Markers Plus, which I never want to auto trade, but if you do, there's a marker you could use to auto trade this with. So originally I coded this out. I had a Bollinger Band attached to an RSI. So for the input series, I used an RSI for the input series, a Bollinger Band attached to the RSI. So when the RSI broke out of the Bollinger Band to the downside or the upside, it would print these candles. And I did that with this NINZA indicator, but what I found is that it's pretty much the exact same as just the price. So I left it with the standard default input series of, just whatever your chart is. So nothing to do there. I've got the smoothing disabled. I've got a moving average type of a simple moving average in a period of 10, and the standard deviation is a 1. So if you were going to use the free Bollinger Band, you'd put a period of 10 here and a standard deviation of 1. And you'll get the same Bollinger Band settings. So here you can see when price is breaking out above this upper Bollinger Band, things are green. When you're breaking out below the lower Bollinger Band, candles are red. When you're in between, candles are white. So you could test out this strategy with the built-in Bollinger Bands to see if it's something that might interest you, and if you do, you can upgrade to this fancy little beast, the superior Bollinger Band from NINZA. And something else I've been doing as well, I've got my solar wind on here, my super micro trend settings, and if I want to enable the bar for the uptrend strong, I've got a light blue. For the downtrend strong, I've got a light pink. For the weak settings, just got it set at white. So now instead of having white candles, you can see what the solar wind is doing during the times that price is within the Bollinger Bands. So here we see solar wind turns bullish while price is in the middle of the Bollinger Bands. Might give us a little early entry there. And if we're looking for reversals, when the candle color changes back to regular color, you can see the solar wind is bearish already. Here, when the candles would have turned white, solar wind is still bullish, so we wouldn't necessarily be looking for a reversal. Plus price is coming right up to the 20 SMA. But the superior Bollinger Band indicator is still printing its candle colors over top of the solar wind. It's only when the candles would have normally been white that you see the solar wind. So there's the download on the amazing new system that I've come up with through my love of Bollinger Bands and exploring the far-reaching potential of all the different indicators. Maybe it is something that you would like to try out. Maybe it's something that will give you some good ideas for your own trading. You can get the absolute best price possible on any of these indicators that I'm using by using the code MonkeyMan. There's links in the description. Even when NINZA is having one of their crazy 50% off sales, if you use code MonkeyMan, you get an even deeper discount. It gets you the best price no matter what. And also, if you use that code, it helps support the work I do on this channel, and it's greatly appreciated. There's a list of most of my favorite NINZA indicators in the description. There's a lot of their indicators that I'm not a fan of. Some of the crazy, wild, high-priced stuff, I like to stick with the basics. And I love being able to fully customize and tweak all my indicators, which the NINZA indicators allow you to do. And Apex Trader funding is still having 80% off plus 1 day to pass till the end of April. Code MonkeyMan gets you the best price with Apex always as well. And if you're enjoying this content, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Thanks again for watching this video. Have a great day.